Hi, right-wing agitators. Just riddle me this. Why are you so devoid of critical thinking skills? Right, for a moment, just park up the fact that this is the Telegraph pissing in the wind, trying to wind people up about what Rachel Reeves might do in the budget. So this is being shared massively over on X at the moment. Bearing in mind that the vast majority of people that are sharing it would not have read the article anyway because it's behind a paywall. Okay, but all of that aside, because I've done a video about this before, don't you think that with net zero coming in and the government wanting to get us out of petrol and diesel cars and into electric cars, don't you think there's going to be a massive dip in the revenue from fuel tax? Let's just keep it really simple for you, okay? Historically, every single car on the road, every lorry, every vehicle on the road was filled up with petrol or diesel, meaning that the government got some money, Treasury got some money every time we filled up our cars. But to encourage people to move to electric vehicles in order to save the planet, and I know that bit's going to lose you because you don't believe that either, but for now, just come on that journey with me and 99.9% of the scientists. And to encourage people to move to this new technology, they gave sweeteners like reduced road tax if your car was good for the environment, like an electric car. So yet more tax revenue lost. Now look at the wider picture that Britain is trying to service so much debt, thanks to the Tories, and we have an ageing population, our welfare bill has increased, growth has been slow since Brexit. Now throw into that a reduced revenue from petrol sales and a reduced revenue from car tax. Now here comes the critical thinking, isn't it? Because they want everybody to move across to electric vehicles, which would mean they would lose even more money, which would mean that in order to maintain our roads, maintain our public services, everything that they use our tax for, they're going to have to raise more tax. But suddenly, the sort of vehicle tax, whether from petrol or road tax, isn't adding up. So they're going to have to eventually put a tax back on vehicles in some form or another. And for the last few years, governments and organisations have been discussing pay per mile as the route back into maintaining a vehicle tax. Now, I'm not saying Rachel Reeves is going to do that in this budget, because I don't know. But the thing is, neither does the Telegraph. But as you're sitting there outraged and reposting and saying it's a travesty, why not just engage your brain and think it all through and then work out, actually, something will have to change because we're using our vehicles for less than we were, and the government needs the money that they were getting from our vehicles. And then to continue with the parking metaphor, why not just park your rage? Because it really is a little bit dull when you're just not thinking everything through. All right, good chats, as you were.